Good day and welcome to Alke-Centric. This is Umlungisi Kandlala, ucwanini usibe usikhaba khaba nesakhaba uveze ngonyawo. Isala kulandela singalandela nawo sathana uqobo. Thank you for subscribing. It's very much appreciated. Please let's keep on subscribing, comment, like and share to our friends and family. Today I want to talk about I'd like us to discuss the issue of Ama2000, Ama2k, aka the Z generations. That's what we call them in South Africa. Ama2000 basically are people who are born from 2000, the year 2000 upwards. They seem vulgar, very disrespectful, happy, and wild. And a lot of people complain about them that they're uncontrollable. Well, if we can look deep into the situation, it's not just them. Look around in our black neighborhoods. You will realize that you find old men drinking in public, doing all sorts of negative things. I mean all sorts of negative things. These children grew up in violent neighborhoods, in drunkards neighborhood, in high employment neighborhoods. So everything negative has been exposed to them, or rather they've been exposed to everything negative. So it is rather very difficult for them to then become positive human beings or positive adults or role models, people who would change and shape the future of our country, if we who now has a responsibility, or who now have a responsibility to shape the future of our country, cannot do so. If you look back in the history of South Africa, like something that I know about, or rather read about, the 1976 student unrest, where Hector Peterson died, and other students, you will realize that those were very young people, very young people. Those were 15-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 14-year-olds. They were very young, but they revolted against the system. Young people in our day would never revolt against the system. Why did they do that? Firstly, those young people had fathers, uncles, mothers, sisters, aunties, or even grandmothers who are in exile, or one way or the other fighting the struggle, fighting the apartheid system. You see, these people did this because there was something to look forward to. It's not just because they were tired of the situation. Yes, they were tired, but they had something to look up to, or they had people to look up to. But when you look at this generation, that is us, including the Ama2000, you will realize that very few of us would actually take up arms if need arises. It's not about fighting or anything, but it's about the spirit. It's about having the ability to do something to change the future. Very few of us actually can do that. Just like very few of us would actually, if like I spoke on our previous video about the land, if the government were to give us the land, like enough land to actually plant and to do agriculture, very few would do that, because we do not see it as a job, because we lack discipline. So my point of this video is that let us look within. let us not blame these kids because they grew up in an environment that was not created by them. They grew up in an environment that was created by someone. They saw these things from someone. Yes, they're becoming worse, but like in anything that you see in the world, it evolves. It either becomes better or worse. The beginning of a cell phone, beginning of an aeroplane. So you see, it changes as time goes by, and the generation that comes after them, if nothing changes right now, is gonna be worse. So let us try to be responsible people. Let us try to be disciplined people. You know, I always look. I sometimes, actually not always. I sometimes watch the videos of the Nation of Islam. The way those people raise children, it's admirable. I'm not a religious person, but what they do to raise their kids, the first thing, respect. Second, what is the second? The second thing would be discipline. Whatever you do, be disciplined. Those kids are very, very disciplined. Another person would just see a bunch of kids wearing suits. No, it takes a lot for someone to do that. It takes quite a lot for someone to do that. It's not just about suits. What they speak with their mouths is impressive, and it's not something that you can overlook because it's religious and then you are not a religious person. It's not about that. Let us try and instill positive thinking in our children, discipline, hard work, and most importantly, love. Uh, last but not least, respect. There is no way we can expect Ama2000 to be better than us, honestly, if we did not teach them to be better. If the information that was instilled in them is to be better human beings, they cannot be better human beings. They can only be worse than what we are. We are disorientated, we hate ourselves. We have all these negative things around us, but yet we expect them to be better human beings. Let us wake up and take our role as role model. The first person to be a role model to a child is a parent. A child shouldn't look at Nicki Minaj, DJ Sboo, or whatever celebrity there is out there. You are the first person, you are the first point of contact with your child. Therefore, you have a responsibility to be responsible to your child. Thank you for watching Alke-Centric. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Ama2k.